Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining us for our webinar. Today's topic is getting your business on Google search and maps. I'm super excited to be with you today, and I like to say thank you to Grow with Google and our partnership with them that we were able to bring you this content to help grow businesses. This is probably one of my favorite classes simply because I think that this particular topic helps businesses grow or has the biggest impact on businesses in the short amount of time. So I'm super excited to share with you the information that we're about to share with you today. So who am I? I'm Meghan McFall. I am the regional director in southeastern Utah over Grand and San Juan counties. So for those of you that don't know where that is, it's Moab, all the way down to Monument Valley. So I have a lot of tourism type businesses that I work with, tourism and hospitality mostly, which is a lot of fun. I myself have a background in the restaurant, e-commerce industries, as well. I've worked with multiple other different businesses. So I'm really excited to be able to talk to you and share with you some information about how I've worked with different businesses and to use those examples. However, I do know that we'll have businesses across multiple different platforms and multiple different industries that we may not discuss today. So you may have questions specifically to a particular industry or a particular business. So please write down those questions. At the end of this webinar, I will give you contact information so that you can get those questions answered, because we want to make sure that these webinars are very specific and have impact directly into your sector or your businesses. So today's agenda, we're going to talk about what is a business profile on Google. We're going to talk about how to create a business profile, how to manage your business information, and to get to know your business profile. And then last but not least, I'm going to give you some resources that you can utilize to help learn more information about how you can get your online presence and have an impact for your business as well. So we're going to start today with a video and see what an impact that having a profile on Google can do. Our example today is for an existing business. So this actually works for both existing businesses and for startups. So let's go ahead and see how it impacted this particular business.
My name is Vince. This is my shop. I opened Village Tailor and Cleaners in 1977. I arrived in New York 4 years earlier from Italy. It was me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. My mother taught me how to sew. When I opened the shop, the first person I hired was my mother. This is Bruno, the store mascot. My little advertisement. As a business owner, you're always thinking, how can you do better? I noticed that customers come in with the clothes in one hand and the phone on the other, always looking up information. So I said to myself, we have to put this store online. Google lets me decide how the shop shows up. I pick photos, I can post special hours, anything. I made this website in 10 minutes using the website builder. And I'm not kidding. Now people walk in and I'm always asking, how did you find us? They used to say, I saw Bruno, so I came in. Now they say, Google. Believe it or not, we're up 30% this year. We're doing enough business. I had to hire more tailors and get some new machines. I've got 3 shops going. And my son, Vincent Jr., is running one of them. The village cobbler next door. I'm in an old-fashioned profession. I work with my hands. I hadn't thought much about putting the business online. Now, I couldn't be happier. Village Tailor, 40 years and going strong.
So the Village Tailor has a great story about how Google can help impact, and having a profile on Google can impact your business in a positive direction. And as he talked about in that video, so many people have their phone in their hands when they walk into a business, or how many people won't go into a business without checking them out online or reading reviews before they even purchase a product, and to check things out for sure, or to make sure a company is reputable is going to seem the most common reason why people utilize a Google search or a Google profile. Well, this is a great way to promote your business and to give information about your business to your clientele or potential clientele as they want to work with you. So the anatomy of a Google profile is very simple. You are able to use photos and videos to introduce your business to your clientele. We say it all the time that photos are better than text, and then videos are actually better than photos. And so having those on your profile can be a massive impact on the growth of your business. On your profile, it'll have your business name. It'll also have an overview of your business, any updates, and as well as reviews that are available through Google. Again, a lot of us as consumers rely on reviews to decide where you're going to eat, what hotel you're going to stay in, or whether you're going to purchase a product. The quick links on your Google profile usually show up on a mobile device, which is even more incredible because let's be honest, a lot of us live on our mobile device and trust those. When we're traveling, for example, and we're looking for a restaurant and want to make a call to see if they're open or they're taking reservations or maybe they do delivery, whatever that looks like, having those quick links has a big impact because you have easy access to things like the phone number, the website, directions to your business. And so you're going to want those and have those available to your clientele. The other neat part about that as we get further into this webinar, I'll be able to talk to you about why those are impactful to have, because you're able to track the analytics of those quick links, and it'll show you which ones are impactful and which ones aren't, which is a really, really neat aspect to have. The next thing you'll have on here is your location. Your location is important. Having your address incorrect for your business can have a massive impact. We had a business down here in our area that had one number on their, two numbers actually transposed on their address. And that actually sent somebody across town versus to where they wanted to go. It was 10 blocks away. Instead of 1210, it was 2110. And it was they were losing so much business simply because the Google Maps could not direct their customers to where they needed to go. And last but not least, you have your hours. Your hours of operation is an important thing to keep updated because a lot of customers depend on your hours of operation here to determine whether this is a place that they can go, a restaurant that they can eat at. Is there enough time for me to sneak in and get seated before the closing time? Things like that are very easily determined through your profile here. And if you keep that updated. Another interesting thing that a lot of people don't know is that if your area had mandates and things like that because of COVID that cut down or had an industry close, Google would close those temporarily on their website. It takes the business owner themselves to go in and make those changes. So there's possibility that there's several businesses within an area that are still marked as temporarily closed because the businesses have not gone in and made those adjustments. And so that is impacting businesses currently on their sales and their revenues. So your business profile will appear on Google search and look much like it looks in this picture. You'll have your business information, those same pictures that showed up on the mobile device, the same business profile information will come up along with the Google search information. Okay, up-to-date businesses on business profiles are 2.7 times more likely to be considered reputable businesses than if they're not updated. So that's why it's so important that as business owners, we keep our business information updated, okay? On Google Maps, if you were to look on Google Maps, this is what it would look like. Again, you have your quick links, you have the general business information, and you can go further into detail by clicking on those links, which is really great. Again, up-to-date business profiles are 70% more likely to attract people to your location and 50% more likely to have leads to purchase your products or services. Okay, you want to make sure that your business profile works across all applications, all devices. A lot of times we talk about website and website development, and you need to make sure that it works on a mobile device or your tablets, because a lot of people have moved away from utilizing computers and PCs and moved to tablets and your mobile device. And so by having that flexibility that it'll work across all applications is important. This is something Google has worked very hard to make sure it is applicable to all devices, no matter what your customer is using. Now, how do you create a business profile? You may find that your business is already online. You may find that Google has already been gathering information about your business and you don't even know it. So to find this out, if you go on, say, Google Maps and look up your business and it's already there, but you have not claimed it yet, at the very bottom, you'll find a section that says, do you own this business? And then claim it now. This is an important area because you want to claim this business so that you can control the information that is on your profile and that is client facing, okay? If you don't see your business there, then you can create it, and we can show you how to do that now. So how to create a business profile. So your business profile allows you to manage your business information and connect with customers that you may not already be connecting with and broaden your audience base, okay? You can post updates of information and so much more on your profile that a lot of people are missing out on that opportunity if you are not utilizing all the aspects of your business profile. If you go to google.com/business, we can get started. But first, what we need to do is we actually need to sign in to our Google account. So if your business uses the Google Workspace to utilize and run their business, that is incredible. You'll already have a Google account connected to your business. If you have a Gmail account that you use for your personal use, you can use that information. I always encourage a business to set up a just business email account with Google so you don't have business stuff kind of intermingling with personal stuff. You kind of want to keep those two things separate. It kind of comes down with like your finances. You want to have your business finances and you want to have your personal finances. You want to kind of keep those separate. So I always encourage that if you don't have that separated, go ahead and get a new business account. It's free. You can do your business name, whatever that looks like. If you would like to have it connected to your personal account, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and get signed in. So hit that blue sign in button on the top corner, use your username and your password and get signed in. Again, if you need a new account, click the create new account and fill out that information that you need it. If you have multiple users or Google users within your home, for example, a lot of schools use Google Classroom. You might have a spouse or a partner that uses Google. It might be on the same computer. Make sure that the person that's logged in that up-hand corner is your initial and not somebody else in your household, because you don't want to hook your business up to somebody else's profile. You want to maintain access to that. So after we've made sure that top right-hand corner is your profile, we're going to go to google.com/business. And this is the page it's going to look like. Okay, we want to verify that your business is not already online, which we've already done. So find and manage your business. We're going to go to that search and we're going to put the name of your business in that search, and it's going to search for it. And if it doesn't come up, it means it's not there. We need to add it. We need to create that account. If it is already there, it'll come up as an option, and you can choose that option to verify as your ongoing business. Okay. We want to confirm your business name and that it is spelled correctly. This is something that's going to be very important. You obviously want your business name spelled correctly on your information. This is your business name that is going to be on your legal documents. That's what you want to go through and make sure that that's done correctly, because that's one of the ways that Google is going to verify that this is your business. Okay. If you can't find the perfect category for your business, you can choose something close to it. In this section, you're going to want a category that matches what you do. And this one, you want to choose something within the drop-down key. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't fit what I do perfectly. That's okay. You want to pick something that's close, but you want to pick something that's in that drop down bar, because here's the thing. You're going to go off of what Google calls the Google keywords, or Google what they're using for search. And these are the items that they're using currently for search. So you want to go with something that is the closest to your business as possible. Later, you'll be given the opportunity to add more items, and you can add more things that are exactly what you do or type in. This is the one you want to do as a drop down, and make sure that you're hitting the closest on the Google search for those keywords. Okay, from there you want to hit next. You're going to add your location. Now, some businesses have a physical location where clients can walk in and do face-to-face business. Other businesses do not. So depending on what you do, you'll hit yes or no on that. Say, depending on if you hit yes, then you're going to put the physical location of your business. Now, here's an interesting little tidbit about the area that I live in. So a majority of the area that I live in and the businesses that I work with actually don't have recognizable addresses for the Postal Service. And so we run off a PO box. The reality of it is Google doesn't utilize PO boxes. And so when we get cards sent to us, we actually can't get those cards sent to us. So a trick to get around that is to put your physical address on the top line, and then utilize that blue add line button and put your PO box number under that. And that is a way that we in the rural areas, and there's many areas across the United States that are like this, that can utilize our PO box numbers that are required for mail service in these areas, and still get our postcards. So again, the physical legitimate address of your business. Don't forget to add suite numbers, floor numbers, building numbers, whatever your client's going to need to get to your business within the space, okay? And then on the second line, if you have a PO box number that you have to utilize for postal service, add it on the second line. And that is how you're going to get to or have your postcard sent to you. And you're going to hit next once you've completed that. You also can do a service area. You might not have an exact address, but you might have a service area. So you might have, say, a service that you perform, and you go to them in order to perform that service. So, but you might have a service area to be able to do that. This is a great way that you can really hone in and say, this is the area that I serve. You might have another business a business that is virtual, that is not bound by a service area, that has a global approach, or maybe a national approach, or a regional approach. This is another great place where you can utilize this space to expand that and let people know, yes, I serve on a national level, or I serve multiple states, or whatever that looks like. And you can basically mark that. So it'll ask you, do you serve customers outside of this location? So you can hit yes at this point, and it'll send you to the second screen. And then you can do geographical areas. And how you can denote this is by postal addresses, by town names or city names, and then by like other area or regional denotation, like by state, or by the Midwest, for example, or by the United States, by a country maybe. You can start putting those types of things in so that you can denote what you are serving. Then you hit next, and we get into your business information. On this business information, this is where you're going to put your phone number and your website. Like we talked about earlier, websites are very important. Most up to 70% of your people will actually go to a website and check your business out first before ever visiting your store physically. So having this updated is going to be really important. Something that happens on a regular basis is there can be a space or a period where it shouldn't be long, or missing a letter. So make sure when you put this in that it's all correct and it's linkable, so that your website comes up and it's easy to click on those quick links so that it actually works. And go in regularly and make sure that that link has not been broken, so it's not an issue for your clients to get to your website to see your products and services. Okay, from there, you're going to hit next. You're going to verify your connection to the business. Okay, you're going to find and manage, you're going to finish and manage your listing. So you're just going to hit finish because you've added the information that they need to verify your business. So they're going to mail you a postcard with a verification code on it so that you can go back in and verify that, yes, this is your business. Now, you may be a startup business, or you may be expanding your business and you are unable to receive a postcard at this point in time, whether that is you're building a building and you're waiting to have all of that set up. There's multiple reasons why. So you might need to click the later button and verify that later, but you will want to go back and verify. If your account is not verified by you, then you do not have access to all the information that you need on that account. Okay. So if you hit mail it, which you should do hopefully immediately, then you have your postcard that will arrive in 5 business days. And then right now you're going to click continue. So by continuing, you're going to add additional information about your business to your profile. On this particular page, you're going to add the different additional categories or services that you offer for your business. And you're going to go through and you're going to type those in as you add those different additional services. And if you ever have one, for example, you can see on the screen you have the blue ones. Those are standard Google searchable items. And then you have a white one there. That's one that is not a standard Google searchable. Again, going back to those keywords, you want to make sure you hit within keywords. At the same time, you want to make sure you're describing your business. So you're going to have probably a mixture of both of those there. Okay. From there, you're going to hit save. This is your business description, is your next step. You can skip this at this point in time, or you can save or add it and save it. The key about the business description, this is a great way to SEO and help move your business up your SEO ladder. Going back to the keywords that we talked about, keywords are incredibly powerful to increase your online presence. So if you know your keywords as you're writing your business description, you want to include those keywords in your business description, because that will help improve both your business profile when it comes up in the search, as well as your website, because it all connects together, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing that as well. You have 750 characters to connect here. Ultimately, your next thing is to add some photos. This is where you add photos and videos you can bring, and so people can view within your business profile. The other thing is you can actually upload videos to your profile, explain like a little trailer of your business, introduce yourself and your products, things like that. It's an incredible opportunity for your business, and a video tends to do a lot more than photos. Photos do a lot more than text. Again, so you want to build upon those and make sure that you're doing. If you do not have photos right now, you can go ahead and skip that and have that opportunity to upload it later. Okay. So next, continue updating your photo while you wait for your profile while you wait to verify your business. Okay. So by clicking continue, it's going to take you to your dashboard. And this is a dashboard for Google My Business. In order to get to this dashboard any other time, you're going to log into your Google account, much like we did earlier. You're going to go up in that right-hand corner, and you have the 9-block square. Many people refer to that as the waffle, right? So you click on that, and there is an application there called My Business, or many people refer to it as Google My Business. You're going to click on that, and this is the page it's going to take you to, the Google My Business home dashboard. On this dashboard, it has many things that you can utilize to be able to update your information. You can verify your business, and you can just basically operate several things on the back end of your business, which is really cool. So how to manage your business information. So this is the homepage for your business information. It is the beginning dashboard. You have a lot of very quick links to do some quick information, but we're going to go down the side here on the left-hand side of the dashboard, and we're going to talk about what you can do with those. So the first tab is the information, and this is where you can edit the information for your business. You can also edit the information for your business directly off the results page of your Google search. So maybe you can find something. If you find something on those, you're able to make a quick adjustment as the owner of that business. Okay, we're going to talk about getting to know your business profile and the impact it can have. And in order to do that, we're going to talk about a business that was in New York at the height of the pandemic and what they did and how they utilized their business profile to really have an impact in New York.
We opened Celsius with the idea to create a laundromat that people actually wanted to hang out in. When New York issued its stay-at-home order, we quickly shifted to drop-offs only. We switched to online booking through our Google profile, setting aside priority times for essential workers. We love our community and just wanted to help in any way we could.
So that was a quick video on how one business in New York made adjustments through the COVID pandemic and was able to have an impact utilizing their Google profile. By adding simple changes, they were able to notify their customer and clients of essential worker hours, drop-off services, online booking, things like that that are very simple but had a massive impact. So they were able to continue on their revenues during a time where it was not so easy for businesses to continue on revenues. Under the information page or the information tab, you can change your business name. You want your business name to reflect a real world name. So, and a great example is my own example is what I use for this one. So I own a wealth management firm, and at the end of that wealth management firm is actually WM or wealth management, right? So that is the long legal name of our firm. However, what worked better for our audience or our clientele or ideal client was actually WM. It works better, it branded better, and it spoke to them. And so by changing it to WM, we were able to target our ideal client. Well, when we came to Google, they want our real world, what your customers and clients are going to be looking for. And so on Google, it's actually listed as WM rather than our full-on legal name. And it makes a massive impact on how we come up on Google searches and how we redirect for those purposes. So you want that to be what your customers are going to be looking for and what you represent to the world as far as your front facing. Okay, your next thing you're going to do is your primary category. This is the primary category that best fits your business. Again, going back to those keywords that people are searching for, make sure that it kind of matches up with that. Because again, we're wanting making sure that we're SEOing and maximizing everything we're doing so that we can truly have an impact on our social presence. So look at what truly represents our business as a category. And if it comes really close to one of those key target keywords that's coming up, utilize that because that's what people are searching for and it'll have a bigger impact than something that people aren't searching for. So be thinking about that as well. Then you can add up to 9 additional categories that you can utilize. Again, utilizing your keywords so we make sure that you're hitting all of those bright spots. Okay, next you can edit your address. And you can also pin the icon. This is a really important thing. I can use another example right here for our Spark Center here in Southeastern Utah. We have a new co-working space. So when I went on Google to put the USU Spark Center on Google, what I was noticing is our pin was actually 2 blocks away. And it was sending our pin to a house 2 blocks away. And that caused major problems because that's not where we're at. And people had to really figure out, okay, and had to think that through. And if you're a tourist in the area wanting to just do a day pass here, and you don't know the area, it becomes a big problem. So by coming here and utilizing this space, you can make sure your address is fully corrected. Again, making sure numbers aren't transposed and things like that, but also look at where your pin drops on the map. Is that correct? I was able to go into this space and look where the pin was dropping on the map and move the pin over to what building I truly am on. So now when you go to Google Maps and you look up USU Spark or USU SBDC, you can actually go directly to our address because I have control over that, and you can have control over that for your own business, okay? If you don't serve customers at your personal business, you don't have that brick and mortar site, or you might go to the customers and you don't want to have your physical address out there. Maybe it's a home-based business or something like that. Leave your address blank here and do a regional or a service area that you cover. And that can suffice in this area as well. So you have a couple of different options that you can do here. So confirming your business hours, 40% of business searchers want to find hours of operation. It's kind of a crazy number, but 40% that are searching for business want to make sure a business is open, especially right now when hours are still kind of a little bit crazy. Every town kind of has a little bit different rules and regulations on what's going on. You want to make sure that your hours are constantly updated. Maybe sometime through COVID pandemic, you realize that last hour of operations was not worth the cost and you weren't getting your ROI on that. And so you now close at 8 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock. You need that to reflect online so you don't have customers showing up at 7:30 thinking that they have 90 minutes to complete whatever they're going to do. Or they show up at 8:30 thinking you're still open and you're not open and they get a closed business. Really, really important to make sure this is open. Another thing that a lot of restaurants did during COVID that they're continuing on, realizing the impact on their financials and they're able to support their employees better, is they actually close during the lunch or during the afternoon hours. So they'll do a lunch hour or lunch between say 11 and 2, and they'll close from 2 until 4 or 5 o'clock because they don't get the traffic. They're able to support their staff a little bit better, especially with our workforce shortages, and then reopen at 5 o'clock until like 8 or 9 o'clock at night and be able to carry on their dinner service. So those are the type of things that can be added right here, and make sure that people know those adjustments that you've made to businesses to be more effective and serve them better. Okay. The other thing that you can add here is under the more hours section, even though it's not really more hours, but this is a place where you can add the new and special options that you have. Things like senior hours. We talked about first responders and essential workers hours, delivery, drive-through, all of those kind of things that your business has. This is where you can add those so that people know that those are special things that your business does and sets you apart. Next thing you want to do is you can add up to 3 phone numbers. So you've already put 1 phone number out there, but you can add up to 3 total phone numbers on your profile. So maybe you have different departments or different items like that within your business. You can add up to 3 phone numbers to make sure that all that information is available so your clients can contact the people that they need to contact. The next thing is verifying that your website works. This is a place where you can adjust it. Now, if your link gets broken, you can go in and fix it here, or maybe you are changing, rebranding or something like that. This is where you can adjust that. Special attributes. This is an important area that a lot of people overlook. So special attributes, you can talk about highlights of your business. The SBA has the certified owned businesses that you go through a lot of work to get that certification. You need to celebrate that. You should celebrate that because you did a lot of work to get that certification. Things like Black-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, any of those. You can segment or you can designate here and show, and then you can have the little badge on your business, which designates that you are in that, you have that certification, which is a really, really neat option. The other thing that you can show here is the accessibilities. The accessibilities for your business can have a huge impact. Things like wheelchair. If you are in a wheelchair and you go to a business and you are unable to access that business, it can be very difficult. So if you can go online and see on their profile that yes, they have wheelchair accessibility, and we can get in the door, we have restroom access, things like that, it has a huge impact on you as a disabled person to be able to go into those businesses and be successful as a customer. The other items to think about is, like, for example, if you have employees that know the American Sign Language or things like that to fit in or to fill those gaps that we have within our workforce to help our clientele, and to be able to put those here, that we have those accessibilities for our businesses is really, really huge. If you fall in those categories, to know which businesses support you is huge. Okay, next we're looking at the written business description. We talked about this a little bit earlier. You have put one in a little bit earlier, but you're going to want to adjust that and change that as it is appropriate. That might be every 90 days. That might be once a year. Your business will determine that. As you are in business, that your keywords on your analytics and your insights are going to adjust based on your clientele, based on the season, things like that. And so you want to pay attention to your Google keywords so that you're utilizing those within the description. Okay, this is a great place where you can describe what you offer, what sets you apart as a business, and maybe a little bit about your history. Remember, you only have 750 characters to do that in. And so you want to do what is priority to you. Also, it takes 3 days to review this through Google before it publishes. So you're going to want to be thinking this through, because it does take a minute for this section to be reviewed and published. Okay, the next one is opening date. Now, you might be a business that's been in date for 30 years. Having your opening date on here is going to be important, because that might be a deciding factor. If you've been in business for 30 years and been able to maintain business, does that set you apart? Does that mean that you are a quality business that has done well enough that you've been in business for 30 years and stayed in business? That can be huge for some people. The other thing is if you're a brand new business, a brand new startup, and you might be opening in, say, 2 months, you're in the build out process. You're looking at what the next step is. And you want to share that. You want to build that hype. Our grand opening is going to be July 1, right? You can put that information in here and utilize this space to help you build hype. Okay. So next thing you do is, they talked about in the video, having an online booking link so people could book directly online. This is an opportunity where you can utilize that. Put your booking link here so people can directly book with you on Google Maps or on your Google search. It's an incredible opportunity, and it works really, really well. The other opportunity to connect this is down under the booking section, where Google has worked with several of the booking applications that are utilized on a regular basis to build plugins. And you're able to go directly within that and connect those together with your authorization, of course, for those, and to be able to book directly online, offer estimates, quotes, things like that. You're in all of your available categories, but by connecting those, it just creates an easier access for your clients. Okay. The other really neat section about Google My Business is what I think is probably one of the more important ones. We talked about building hype for, say, a grand opening. As an existing business, you might have a really neat event or a really neat offer that is coming up. This is a great opportunity as for your posts. Okay, you can share timely business updates. It might be COVID updates. It might be offers that you have, something new, events, products, things like that you can share right here, just like you would do on any other social media platform. This one just happens to do with Google, and it comes across your Google search. It also helps your SEOs when you utilize it as well. So examples of posts, what's new? kind of what's going on with your business. Again, going back to the grand opening as an example, if you're opening July 1, say you're going through a build out right now, show a picture of what's going on and say, hey, we're so excited. Your countertops have gone in today, and we're getting ready to bring in the seating, whatever that looks like to your business. You can totally update that here and put it out. Add a picture, make it real for people. Have people get as excited about your business as they are as you are for it to grand open. You add your products here. Now, whether it's a product or a service, you can actually add it to Google and it'll come up on the product search. If it is a product for sale online, you can actually put it on the shop section and be able to shop through there. If you utilize Shopify or one of the connecting product or one of the connecting sorry, I can't think of the name. One of the connecting companies that you can authorize, they can actually shop and buy your product directly off of Google, which is pretty cool. We cover that in our how to make your website work for you and shifting your business to online. And so we're able to go over those in details, but you can add your products here and connect them to your website so it's easy shopping for your clients. You can also add offers, whether that's a sale that you have going on, a 10% discount like it shows in the graphic here, or you can do some other type of offer that you might have going on for your item. And then always you can do it at an event. So going back to the grand opening, you can actually post that months in advance and have that be going on for Google and have Google working that and post about it on a regular basis so that it's a constant thing that's coming up and that people are talking about that. You can build that hype about your grand opening and how amazing it's going to be. And this is what we're going to do. And it's going to happen on this date and really get people worked up about that, which is really great. Your next tab is going to be your photos tab. 90% of customers are more likely to visit a business that has photos in the search results page, which is a pretty incredible number. So it just shows you the power of having photos and also adding videos, because customers tend to like to watch the videos, see their reactions. Maybe it's an unboxing, maybe it's an intro to the business, who we are. There's multiple ways to do that, but having those photos are important. So some tips for great photos. Use focused, well-lit images. Lighting is huge, whether you have specific lights, lamps, or you're using natural lighting with a great window nearby or outside. Making sure that you have well-lit images is huge. Highlighting your business features and showcasing your brand. Somewhere within your photos, you need to include your logo and have a cover photo. So here's the thing. A lot of times I hear businesses that come in and say, so-and-so stole my photo. Another business is using my photo. A great way to keep that from happening, it's not always perfect, but a great way to keep that from happening is actually have your logo within that photo. Because if it's in the photo, they're less likely to try and take that photo from you and try to make it theirs. Brand those photos to you and your business so that they can't take it, or it's going to be very hard for them to take it and make it theirs. Okay, you can add videos up to 30 seconds and show whatever you're showing, whether it's a product or an introduction to your business. Those 30-second trailer videos have a huge impact, and you can actually include a lot of information in 30 seconds to give to your clients. Okay, the products tab. We're going to do this quickly. We go into in-depth on this in moving your business online. And so we're going to go over this. We're going to showcase your products to potential customers. I'm struggling today, guys. Okay, how to look up how it looks on Google. So essentially, you go to the products, you're going to add a product. You have a great option to put a picture here. You describe your product, you put it in a category, you put a price on it, things like that. Then it'll come up on Google over on the side. It'll use the photo. It'll have that same description. It'll have a price. It looks incredible. You're able to do that. That's a great option. Okay, you can add services. If you're a service-based business, same thing as the products, just based on services that you provide. You add your services. Um, don't see the service that you offer. For example, it will have a service option that you can put there as in the drop down. If you don't see the services that you offer, you can create it and add it to the service list. But essentially, you can add that in and add the description and the price there as well. Okay, the website tab. So down at the bottom, you have the website tab. This is the tab if you are going to do a Google slide or a Google website. And they do this one for free. So this is a basic landing page type. It's very simple. And yet you can go and drag and drop, just like the very first video that we talked about. He was able to create that website in about 10 minutes. They have themes that you can follow. They'll pull pictures from your gallery that you have. They'll pull reviews if that's what you choose to have on there. You can pick color schemes, things like that to put on this website. You can also very easily, if you look almost right there in the middle of the screen, you can also buy your URL and have a customized URL for your business if you don't currently have one. So basically you can do your theme design, you edit your text to be what you would like it. They're going to take initially everything off of your profile that you've put on there, and you make adjustments so that it fits your business. It'll add the photos. You can add more photos if you want, and then you hit publish and it goes live. Okay. So the next thing we want to talk about is the review tab. The review tab is powerful because majority of people will go to the reviews before they ever visit a business or before they ever purchase. So your review tab can be intensely powerful. We have a lot of people that are very worried about the review tab. Well, what if I get a bad review? What am I going to do? We're going to talk about that. Okay. But publicly respond to customer reviews left on Google is really important. Having those customer reviews makes an impact on how people perceive your business. So you want customer reviews, and it's okay that they're not all perfect. Okay. You want to be professionally respond and be polite to all of your reviewers and be able to respond to them. You want to respond promptly. Okay. Use your response to advertise. Don't use your response to advertise. Okay. Thank them and thank the happy customers. Okay. And then address any issues that you have, but resolve the solutions in private. Okay. So if you do get a negative review, you can get on there and show the world that you're addressing that issue, but take that offline to resolve it. Get a phone number, get them on email, get a phone number from them, talk to them personally, resolve that issue immediately. But do not, for example, do not offer a free night stay. Do not offer free meals online, because this is what's going to happen. You have a lot of people that come through your site. They start reading that. Oh, they complained and got a free night stay. They complained and got a free meal. They complained and got their money back. They complained. If I complain on this website or on this business, I'm going to get something for free. So whether you did something wrong or right, the real reality of it is somebody's going to take advantage of that. And so that they can get free items. You don't want to do that online. You don't want people to know how you fix that. You just want to fix that. So by acknowledging that there was an issue, you want to address it quickly and talk to them. Let's get a phone number and email address. Put your email address there. You want to get more details and find out what really happened. Get it offline, address it, and thank them for bringing it to your attention. Okay, get it offline, take care of it over here, but it shows over here that you addressed it quickly and you're involved. And so that will have a bigger impact than you worrying about whether you get a negative review or not. It also will show you how your staff is doing. Okay, the messaging tab. You have a messaging tab within your Google profile. You can add this so that people can message you directly from their Google search or directly from the Maps application. So this will help your clients connect with you quickly. You can answer questions quickly, things like that. Here's the thing about messaging. If you're not able to be there in front and center and respond quickly, it may not be the best option to activate, because if it's going to take you a long time to get back to them, it may be better to not to activate that and just have them call or email you, because you respond to those quicker, rather than having a messaging that is empty and it takes you 4 or 5 days to get back to them and they're not getting the information that they need. So think about that and be aware of that. If that does not work for you, do not turn it on, because that can be a negative impact for your customers. Everything you do, think about how it's going to impact your customers. Last but not least is the owner, the users at the bottom. As the owner, you can select who you would like to have access to your business information, but also at what level of access to have. So by going to this section, you can add new users by using their Google email accounts and selecting the role that they have. So you are the owner of this account. You can have managers, you can have viewers, you can have different levels. Here's my advice to you. Never add anyone else as the owner of your account. Even if they are the owner of the business or partnership with you, you want to maintain control of your account. Reason being, if you and somebody else are the owner and something goes wrong, or there's a disagreement, or if you have a marketing company, for example, and you have them listed as an owner, they have all the same powers that you do. Every single one of them, including taking you personally off, even though it's your business, as the owner of and the controller of your Google profile. And so you want to be very cautious and very careful about who you allow access to have that authority. So be careful. In my personal opinion, you should only have you as the owner. You can have other people as managers where they have the majority of the accesses, but you should be the only person that has the control to add and take away people from the user section as the owner. So that's just my little piece of advice. I'll get off my soapbox now. Okay, so insight tabs. Under the insight tabs, you have incredible information that you can gather about your business. Who is visiting your website? It's basically the analytics of your Google search. You can discover, you can do a direct, you can do a discovery, and you can do branded. Discovery is based on the category. Direct is based on name and address. The discovery is based on category, product, or service. And the branded is based on brands related to your business. By utilizing these, again, you go back to those keywords, you go back to where people are looking for your business. You might think your ideal client is in one location, but truly it's shifted to another location. Things like that can happen. And this is a great way for you to figure that out. So your insights will show you, or you can find out how your customer is finding your profile. So just like your basic analytics for your website, same concept. Did they find you on an organic search? Did they find you through Google search? Did they find you through a social media platform? How did they find your profile? Okay, search queries. What are they searching to find your profile? Okay, where are the customers from that found you? Your demographic or geographic area might be different than what you thought it is, and it may change over time. It might be one demographic and geographic area 2 years ago, but now that COVID has kind of shifted how we think and we buy and what we do, it might be a completely demographic and geographic now. And this will help you find that and basically trace that out. It'll also help you be more effective in your like ads, your Google ads, and all other marketing, because you'll have more detailed information. Your customer actions. basically what your customers did from your profile, whether they went to your website, maybe they went to your social media, did they click on a post that you did, all of those different details. You'll be able to see those customer actions and behaviors, and that will help you determine what you're doing right and maybe what adjustments you need to make. How many clicked on the directions to your business? This goes back to your quick links. How many looked at your directions on the business? How many did phone calls to your business? How many did look through your photos? Things like that. You're going to find that information through your insights. So next steps, you're going to visit google.com/business. You're going to claim or you're going to complete your business profile. You're going to request the postcard so you can verify your business. This should arrive within 5 days. When you receive it, sign back into your Google My Business and verify or add the verification code. In the meantime, explore what your business profile can do, what it is, and update all your information so that once you verify, you have access to everything, you're able to really go and have an impact on your business. So once your business profile is created, make it a habit to review and update your profile regularly. Make it a habit to look at those insights and do the reports so you know where your customers are finding you, where your customers are that are buying your products and looking at your website so that you can make those adjustments and make really smart decisions for your business, whether that be in marketing, whether that be a new product line, whatever that is, because you have those insights. And also add business information on a regular basis, your photos, your videos, share posts, utilize that posting section as you would any other social media platform. Make sure you do that on a regular basis. Again, that helps your SEOs for your business, as well as your website and things like that. Okay, resources. Let's talk about some resources that are available to you for free through Google. So promoting with a marketing kit. Okay, create a custom poster, social media posts, and to basically create a marketing kit for your business profile with Google for no additional cost. You go to g.co/marketing kit for a regular business, and you go to g.co/marketing kit dash Black owned for Black owned businesses. For the Black owned businesses, they add the badge to all of your marketing kit, so you get that badge on your business, which is really a cool badge, I think. So that you support those Black owned businesses is really cool. Okay, so next we have the business and marketing lessons. So if you like to have more information like this, and maybe you are low on time, and so going to an entire webinar may be difficult. One thing that you can do is download an app called Primer on your phone, and you can do quick and easy, about 5-minute lessons on a daily basis that you can personalize your next steps, and they're practical, but they take a quick 5 minutes a day to keep you up to date and on the verge of the breakthroughs. Okay. The next thing that you can do is do the quick help videos for small businesses. These are about 3 to 5 minute videos that are available to help businesses utilize all the tools, the free tools that Google has to offer. Those are available on g.co/grow/quick help for businesses that would like to take advantage of that. Next, continuing your education with Grow with Google on Air. Okay, you can register for free workshops on Grow with Google on Air. We have our regular live virtual seminars about 4 times a year, but we also film on a regular basis and upload on-demand videos. And so you're able to go here and look at on-demand videos very similar to the information we shared today, but through a variety of different subjects, hitting small business, the job searcher series that we also have, as well as teacher information. And that is g.co/grow-on-air, and you have access to all of those. Last but not least, we have the information for free online training and tools at google.com/grow. This is where tools are for teachers and students, local businesses, job seekers, and even developers. This is all available from Google and it's free of cost to you. for additional training, information, and access to incredible information that can help you move to the next level in your area that you would like. Okay. I really appreciate you joining us today and to go over this information. Again, this is one of my favorite classes to teach because it has the most powerful impact on businesses right now by doing this information, by keeping it updated on a regular basis, by following those analytics and getting that information. They can be more effective in marketing because they know who their ideal client is. They know who's purchasing their product. So as for they're doing their paid ads, they can really detail who they are marketing and really hone in and get a better return on investment. I really appreciate you taking that time with me today. If you have any questions that you've written down as you've gone through this, you can find me on social media, on our website, or you can call our center here at the USU Spark and we can answer those questions for you. I hope you have a wonderful week and we thank you for taking the time to join us this evening. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.